Hello everyone and welcome to the fourth webinar of our row Introduction to, in this case, Introduction to SAP Field Service Management, or short name SAP FSM. It's the last webinar that we do for not only today. In the last 2 weeks, we had already 3 other webinars in regards to the country package, the CoreSuite Cube, as well as for CoreSuite Time. And here we go with the final one with SAP Field Service Management. My name is once again Raphael Hübner. I'm still partner manager at Core Systems and taking care of our partners in Europe, UK, and US. And what I want to take a look on with you, I guess around in 45 minutes, it takes up to 45 minutes, is SAP Field Service Management. And herefore I have also, as usual, a little agenda for us. First off, I want just to explain in a few sentences what is SAP Field Service Management, how does it work in a, let's say, technical way or architecture. Then we are immediately coming to the topic of the demonstration. So we will have a slide where we take a look how does the demo itself look like. And then I have 2-3 other slides which show some other features of field service management, like the analytics and reporting, the customer self-service portal, if we have enough time, what I'm pretty sure if we have enough time, what I am pretty sure that we have, then we will also take a live view into this customer self-service portal. And last but not least, I just want to mention 1 and 2 things about FSM at Core Systems means, what is our relationship to SAP and to our partners and customers about this solution. And in the end, hopefully we have a few minutes for possible questions about anything that you want to ask about. So let's get started. Next slide. SAP Field Service Management. As I mentioned, a quick overview, how does the solution work in general? There we have just a little picture or drawing that shows how the architecture works. We have in the middle this cloud, and this cloud means, of course, that it's a cloud-based solution, and we have different lanes which are leading away from the cloud or to the cloud. And one of the important lanes is this one, because this is the ERP system, which is in this case, of course, SAP, or as in my demonstration, Business One. And the data gets from SAP or from my ERP system to the cloud via a connector. And from there, the data gets, as example, to the employees. This would be the people in the field, like service people or sales people. Then also there is the end customer apps. This is more or less the customer self-service I mentioned in the beginning. And there are also other lanes to subsidiaries and partners, means you can work via the crowd function with contract partners, yes, where you work together and share, let's say, field service management. And things means that the machine automatically can, as example, give the information it needs, maintenance or whatever. And how it works is that the data gets from the ERP system to the cloud, from the cloud to the people in the field. The person, let's say the technician, is working then, doing a service or whatever at the customer side. And when he's done with the work and he entered all the data in the mobile application, he synchronizes, the data gets back to the cloud, and from the cloud back to the ERP system. This is what we're going to take a look on in the demonstration. So mainly this way, vice versa, also the other way, and hopefully the end customer app. It is just, I have to say, of course, an introduction demonstration means it's impossible to show all features and everything in just about 45 minutes. Therefore, I think it's good to start with the basics and the most common things. Yeah, so this is about the architecture. Then just the modules. So what's included in field service management? You have the knowledge management. Many people know it in regards to the checklists, the smart forms that you can create. Then there is the workforce management. This is the planning board where you can schedule your technicians, assign activities and so on. The mobile field service is the app that we, of course, going to take a look on later. Administration, that you can create business rules, you can define a lot of things, permission groups, and so on and so on. System monitoring, you can monitor your SAP field service management. If there is maybe some synchronization error or whatever, you can see it here. Master data management, what you can also do via field service management for equipment, for your people on the field and so on. And the data gets then also synchronized in your ERP system. And analytics and reporting gives you the possibility, to create reports, to analyze your service or sales, with the field service management. And that's about field service management in general. And now let's jump to the topic demonstration, to the most exciting part. And here I have a slide that shows us the so-called, how we call it, the happy flow. Means we are doing this during the demo. We have some kind of a, I have to say in this case, imaginary trigger. There is maybe a phone call from the end customer, maybe the machine, an email, or this customer self-service portal that is triggering a service. The service is usually maintenance, installation, or a repair case. In our case, it will be repair. And the service gets created, in this case, in Business One. And from there, it will be synchronized to the cloud. And we can then schedule it, plan it, dispatch it in the web application of field service management. When we did this part, then this is the role of the dispatcher. The next role is the role of the service person in the field, and he will get a push notification with the information about the service. Then he drives there and is doing his job with time tracking, using a checklist, maybe using a spare part, expenses, mileages. He can fill in all the data. And in the end, when he's done, he can create a service report, which can be signed by the end customer and will be then synchronized back to the cloud. And then there would be the possibility for the dispatcher or the back office to check everything and approve it if you want it this way. Otherwise, you can just do it without approval, of course. And the last step is then to invoice the customer for the service. And this is what I want to show you next live. And that's why I'm gonna jump out of my presentation. And now I jump into my Business One demo environment. And so far we start with something that is super usual, creating a service in Business One. And it goes fast because we choose Chan Engineers. That's in this case the customer. He has some equipment. It is a washing machine. And the subject is because I received a phone call from him that it doesn't work anymore. So I write repair the washing machine. And then I fill out here quickly the origin was a phone call. Whoops. It is a problem type repair, unknown the subtype, call type repair again, and scheduling. I don't know how long does it take. Let's say 60 minutes. And then I add the service. We created it. You see number 98. Or maybe it's medium, not low. Update this as well. And now we can take a look here down in the corner, there's the cloud connector. And this is the connector that is transferring now the objects, the data from my Business One system into the cloud. And you can see there is a queue with 8 objects at the moment. And here I can see the access time, the transfer time, when did it do it last. I see the time is not correct here in my demo environment. Of course, it's not 2 p.m., it's 4 p.m. or yes, 10 past 4. And yes, so it's processing the data. You can see now the objects are processed. And now we can go out of my demo environment and go to Google Chrome. It's the one I use, the web browser, and I go to apps.coresystems.net and auto log in, or do I have to log in? Yeah, I have to log in. This is my cloud account name, core_sales_VM. And now I need to type in the username. No, it's not this one. It is Maria, is the person in the back office. I log in. And here we are in my web application. And here we are in the dispatching board. And you can see the following. There are all my technicians that I have. You have here their board, or the board with the technicians. It's today's date. I have a daily view. You can also change it to 2 days, 1 week, 2 months. If you have longer projects, here in my demo environment, where I of course don't have so many service calls and they are not that long, it's easy to keep with 1 day. So we jump back and you can see different colors. The, let's say, red zone is not football. The red zone is the area where the people are not working. So from 0 till 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. till 12 p.m. And from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. is working time. That's why it's white. The blue pillar here shows the current time. So it's 12 past 4 p.m. And here you can see different activities that have been assigned to my service people. And they have those services or activities, to use the right vocabulary, have different color codes. And let's start with this one. Sandra got a red one. Red means it has been assigned to her, but not yet released. Means she is not informed about her job because it's just planned yet, but not released. Means I could still put it on another time, give it to someone else or whatever. Then there is green. Green means it has been released. So David, in this case, the service person, is informed about his service and he is currently working on it. And then there is the blue one, and blue means it is done. It has been closed. In this case here, my service technician Latko has done his work already, and yeah, it's fine. And now it can be invoiced in the next step. That's about the planning board. And below we have the activity list. And you can see here different activities. There are then the information about the customer name, customer number. If there is already a equipment, you can see what equipment is at priority. And you can here show a lot of things if you want to, or if they are not necessary, you can disable them. So, and maybe you see here, repair the washing machine is the one we created together. It's here in the list now. And now I want to assign it to one of my technicians. I can just easily do it by drag and drop. And I can use as example filters to figure out maybe if I have, let's say, 30 technicians and not everyone has the same skill. Maybe there are some equipments or some services where you need special qualifications and so on. Then you can filter, and you can filter for those things here. Those like name, position, territory, or as I mentioned, skills. And here are some skills that I defined, and one is washing machine. And if I choose it, you can see it will change, and it will show me only those technicians who have the skill washing machine. And in this case, I will give it to one of them, and I will give it to Mlatko. So I just take it, drag and drop, put it there. You see it's red because I assigned, but I didn't release yet. And now if I click here again, I can see also the details about the activity. So what's the planned date? What's the name? I can see here without showing everything, contact person, address, service call, and so on and so on. And one thing that's interesting is the checklist, because I have the possibility to attach a checklist for my technician so that he is informed that he should use a checklist. And here I have my library, I would say, with checklists, and there is a washing machine checklist. I can put a remark on it. Please use the checklist, but I can make it mandatory so that it is obvious that it needs to be used, but let's do it in a nice way and say it like this. I will add it, and now I want to release this assignment. I chose it, and I can just release it by clicking here. And now you can see it changes the color, and now it's green. So that's so far the step here, the planning board, what I have shown you. And here you can see already the information, SMS, email, push notification. That's correct, because you have the possibility that the technician gets informed via SMS, via email, or via push notification. And yeah, let's see if I can show you this. Now let's go into the app. First, I need to synchronize my iPhone quickly that I'm using here for the demonstration. And I think it's a second too late so that you didn't see the information, but let's see. Here we still see new activity released. You have a new activity. It happened now, so I got the information. And if I push the button, it will jump immediately into the app, but I won't push the notification because I want to show you this is how the app icon looks like. I can just push it, and then it jumps into the app. And this is then the home screen of the mobile application. So I'm now in the role of the service person in the field. And this is the home screen, today's date. You can see there is so far no planned assignment. Why? We will figure out in a minute. I have here, let's say, some hotkeys like activities, history, business partners. I can define by myself what I want to have here. And if I go to the upper left, I have a menu, and I can see here all the modules and possibilities that I have. Even though I'm a technician, I have here the permissions to also create or take a look on sales orders, quotations, opportunities. So you can see, because you can not only read them, you can also create them and work with it, creating orders or quotations. You can use this solution also for sales. And here you have service calls, items on stock, and the equipment and so on. So you see all, of course, it's also for service. So let's go back to the home screen first. And yeah, there should be now, of course, the assignment, because we gave it to the technician and he get the push notification, but it's not shown yet. The reason is that there is a little refresh button or synchronize button, and we have to push this first so that we get the data, because now it's downloading the data from the cloud. Zack. And now you see the change, because now I can see here my activity, repair the washing machine. it is this equipment we are talking about, it is this customer, this is the address, and I should be there in 25 minutes. So I can now push this activity, and then it jumps inside of it. And here I have further information. Who's my contact, office, phone, address again, who's responsible, me of course. And I have here the possibility to add efforts, expenses, materials, mileage. I can define other user-defined fields if I want. I see here already the checklist that has been assigned. Okay, so this is the view for the technician. But here I defined in this case also so-called workflow steps. And workflow steps, I would say, guide the technician through his service. Therefore, we have here those icons, this car, then the tool, shopping cart, and the white flag. Or in this case, not because of giving up, because it's a finishing flag. And it means that you can push those workflow steps, and it shows you then in which step of the service you are. And the first step here is, in this case, that I say, okay, I travel to my customer. So I push this button, travel. And now it's changing the status. You can see, oh, travel. Now it's not gray anymore, it's filled out, the icon. And I could just, as example, go on this arrow. And then it opens Google Maps and it shows, okay, hey, to get to this location, the typical Google Maps style, you need 50 minutes, 60 kilometers, that's the way, and so on. So let's imagine I would drive there now. I'm driving to the customer and I arrive. So I go back into the app, back into my service, and I arrived now. So instead of just filling out now here the mileage, I just go to the next step because I want to work now. So I push the button work. Once again. Wait. No. So, and then I get a pop-up screen that asks me to create the mileage. So now I have no possibility to skip this or anything, or to forget, I should have done that. No, first I fill in quickly the mileage. So I say I drove from A to B and it took me 50 kilometers, and the travel duration is showing now 1 minute. The reason why it's 1 minute is that it's recording the time, how long we have been in the travel milestone. And we have been in the phase of travel for only 1 minute. That's why it shows this. In a realistic scenario where I really drove this far, it would show me maybe 1 hour or anything. That's why I can, in this case, edit it so that we have a nice number or a nice time to charge. It's 1 hour of traveling. And here we can see some flags that I can set, like did I use my private car for the expenses? Did I have a driver, yes or no? Is it chargeable, yes or no? And do I want to take some notes? But this is not needed. So we just save and start our actual work. So now I'm in the phase of work and I received a checklist from the dispatcher that I should take a look on. And so we do. I click on the checklist and we get to a checklist that I created by SAP Field Service Management. It has 2 chapters. Chapter 1, before I start with the service. Yes, and I just want to show you some elements that are able to, or that you can use. There are more, but I keep it, here very simple in this checklist. For this washing machine, the first element is just a checkbox thing, means I have the question, did the customer explain you what is the problem with the washing machine? I can push yes, I can say no, but let's stick to yes. Then what's also there is the possibility to take a photo of the machine. Here I can take one from the library or I take a new one. And I will take a new one. I use the camera. And in this case, I will take a photo of this. And I use this photo and I can edit it even. Maybe I can here recognize that there is some little tiny issue and we want to show how it looks like. So I choose the color red. I can define the size of my brush and I show, oh, the issue is somewhere over here. And then I can save it, boop, make an additional comment if needed, and that's it. Same, not only with photos, you can also make videos and use those. And as you can see, as soon as I made an attachment, I can add another one. So it's not limited to one. You can add as many photos and videos as you want. Then next up, there would be the possibility to attach a PDF as example to the checklist. So maybe I want to give, sorry, it's in German, Bedienungsanleitung for manual. You can see here the manual for the washing machine. So also the technician would have the possibility to quickly take a look. How was it again? Here I have to do this and that. And yeah, can work with this. Then I'm done with chapter 1. Now there's chapter 2, and here I have just a drop-down question for how long is the machine already installed. Less than a year, 1 to 5 years, more than 5 years, means I have predefined answers. I take this one, then I have the so-called status element. Does the electronic work? Yes, it's okay. It needs attention, so I need to make a comment. Maybe update needed as example. Don't know if this makes really sense. Then I could go with spare parts, means that I say, oh, I need the spare part. So I go here, then on the plus, and here I have now all the items of my Business One system, and I could choose if I need something. And so I know, okay, this is needed. Means, but it's the way how you define in the checklist. You can define that this is needed, means you don't have it with you right now, but it would be needed that you have spare part A, or you can define that this is the one that you used. Depends how you work with it. Then you can say, I readjusted something, make again a comment, or you can say for some reason that you didn't check it at all. So let's keep with needs attention, update needed, and does the pump work? I keep it now simple and say yes. Then you can use additional text fields. So again, here for the status, maybe even it's okay, yeah, has been checked. Then just a usual text field means I could really write here now 500 letters or more with I don't know what, anything of comment and what I see. And here's in this case something with date and time. So I ask the technician that he enters the time that he worked with the checklist, and he should also, so the technician sign that he did it. I will just sign it here like this, finish, and then I say, yes, I submitted the checklist. So let's say I'm done with my work. I have done the checklist, and now I have here also the possibility to add materials. It's somehow similar, like now in the checklist there I said I need a spare part maybe that I don't have, but maybe I used something else really here for the washing machine. And here I can search as example for a spare part. I see the unit price immediately. It's here in my warehouse, means in my car stock, and I can save it so that it's has been used for the service. So far we have mileage, we have materials, expenses, yeah, not needed because it's just a 1 hour job. And so I'm done and I say, yeah, okay, I want to check out. And then I click on checkout and you see again a pop-up screen, in this case for the effort. Sorry. And now I have here the effort type. Yeah, for working, you see again working time 7 minutes, because that is the time that we have been in the phase of work. I will again adjust it to, again, 1 hour so that we have more to invoice later. And we can say, yeah, we did the break or not. I'm the employee who worked and so on, and I'm done. So I save. And that's all. So I have here again an overview now for my report, means what was the material. I click on it. Yeah, it was spare part 1 hour of effort, 50 kilometers mileage, and I used the checklist, everything right. And now I can preview the report. And now there's this information. And here is something that's worth to mention, is that in the beginning, when we have been in the home screen and I said, hey, we don't have so far the assignment in the home screen, we synchronized once to get it, and it's downloaded the data or synchronized the data from the cloud. From this moment on until now, I could have worked completely offline without any kind of internet connection. It could be in some plant where you have thick batten, or in basement where you have no connection, or in a rural area. Doesn't matter. It would work perfectly fine. And now when I want to create the report, it's asking me, hey, do you want to synchronize one now? And there you have the possibility to say, no, I want to do it later. And then you could create an offline report. It is a hard-coded report that you cannot change, where you cannot use user-defined fields and so on. Or you can say, yeah, I want to synchronize because, yeah, I want the online report. And then you can really customize this report how you want it with user-defined fields and so on. And that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to synchronize. So I hit the sync button. And now you see it's uploading some data, downloading something, and then it's creating the report. And this is how it looks like. And I will zoom a little bit. And here we have the service report. That's the customer Chan Ingenieure. I'm the tech. This was my contact person, Kurt Chan. And this is the subject, that was the status, and so on and so on. Thank you for choosing our service. Here we have the effort, 1 hour, which is chargeable, material, the spare part, and we have the mileage, and if we want some user-defined fields, but here I don't have anything. And that's it. So we can hand over now the in this case iPhone to the customer and say, hey, is everything fine? He says yes. So he clicks here to sign, and then he can write like yes, signature. That's my name. That's my email. Save. And then it's generating the report, and you can see this is how it looks now. Again, in the overview, and here in the corner, there is the signature of the customer. So we are done. And then I go back to the home screen, and as a technician, I see, oh, the cup of coffee, nothing to do anymore. There's no assignment. I'm done. Almost, because there's only one thing left. The one thing that's left is there is a red dot next to the synchronize button, means that we have data on our phone that has not been synchronized to the cloud so far. And we should do this, of course, so that it's up to date. And that's why I have, in this case, to synchronize again. And now I'm uploading the data and the report and everything, all the information. And now it's gray again. It's done. I have no new assignments in meantime here. So I'm fine. I'm done. So far, so good. That's the way of the technician. If I jump back quickly here to our presentation, then you can see we have done now this part. I have done it with an iPhone, but as you can see, you can use not only iOS, you can also use Android or Windows. You can use tablets. You can also use desktop, however you want. And now we look back into our planning board. So I'm going back into the view of my dispatcher. You can see now here the color has changed, means the service is done. If I click again on it, you see it's closed. It's good. It's fine. And here on the left side, I have some possibility. If I go on time and material journal, I mentioned it, we would be able to check the effort, the mileage, and so on. Here you can see time effort. Okay, mileage is here. also something written. I can see material, and if something wouldn't be fine, if I want to approve or not approve that there is something wrong, I have the possibilities to disagree or just make directly changes. This is all, or can all be handled however you want. It just needs the configuration. In this case, because it's a happy flow and it's a demonstration, of course, there's nothing we need to change. Everything is fine. I can keep everything as it should be because the technician did a great job. And so I go now to service calls. And if I go to service calls, I have an overview of all my services and what kind of status they have. And here you can see the finished ones. And there is, as example, the one we worked on that we created together, and I choose it or mark it. And then you can see here, technically completed. And this is now the last step for the dispatcher to click this button to change the status in Business One that the service is in a technically way completely done. And I push this button now. Now it's not here anymore. Now it's technically completed. What does that mean? Let me jump back to my B1 system. This means that if I go here to our service, the status has changed. It's not open. It is now ausstehend or technically completed. Or in other words, it is ready to invoice because that's the last step that's missing. We didn't invoice so far the customer. And this is what we are going to do next. And here, for those people who have participated on Tuesday at Course Suite Time, the webinar, they will hopefully remember, hey, we did this already, because that's the moment when one and one comes together. We are using, again, the billing wizard. And the billing wizard is part of Course Suite Time. And Course Suite Time includes, the billing wizard and gives us the possibility to create many invoices with this few clicks that we do here. We have here 3 steps. The first step is defining the posting criteria. What should be created? An invoice. Owner is, who is it? David Müller. That's the date. And I say repair wash machine demo as remark. Yes, and go to next. And now it asks me, okay, what kind of source do you have? It could be time projects, that's from Course Suite Time. It could be subscriptions, also from Time, or business partner, or the service call. And I go for the service call, and I want to get all efforts recorded between this time. Yeah, everything can be all, that's fine in this case, because we have this one here. We have in this case 2, but I want just to go with this one, with the one we created together. It is Can Ingenieure, repair the wash machine, and I want to create a draft first. So it shouldn't create immediately the invoice. We could do this, but I want to have a draft first. Maybe I want to change something or just take a last look on it. And then I go on next, and it shows me all, or in the overview, all documents that I chose or that I would generate. Here we chose only one, so the overview is very easy. And I say finish, and now it's executing. Takes a second in this case. Execution has finished. Please review. And you can see document has been generated, and if I click on it, on the good old golden arrow, then it loads for a second, but then it jumps to the draft, and here we have the draft with the working time and the spare part, and we have the remark, and I can just edit now or make some adjustment if I want to, but you see the invoice has been created. So I will now edit, and that's it. So this is what we've done. And that's what I wanted to show you here with this happy flow. And let's take a look. So the next slides would be now, again, the planning board. I think I mentioned everything. I showed you the most important things. The mobile app, we have taken a look on this. Offline usage possible. Yes, you can work with permission groups. That's of course important, means a technician is not needed maybe to see sales quotations or sales orders. So you can work with permission groups to deny this viewer that he doesn't even can see it on his phone. Everything adjustable. And that's maybe a good possibility or good moment to mention that what I have shown you is of course just one possibility to use it. But the good thing about the solution is it is super adjustable and customizable. You can do a lot of things with it. And that gives you really, I don't want to say unlimited possibilities, but many possibilities. And then there are also the analytics and reporting, means that those smart forms or checklists, we have seen it on the iPhone, how it looks when working with it. Afterwards, it could look like this. Then the report itself, we have seen it as well, of course. And you can create reports, analytical reports with, here's in this case, open service calls by problem type, or what's the top scan object. And with top scan object, we come to the customer self-service portal. And here I would just quickly jump into it because I'm a big fan of it and I want to show you this quickly. So how does it work? We keep it short but intense. Here is the customer self-service. If we go on the upper right, we have here master data administration. That's, let's say, the menu. And here I go to self-service and I will jump first quickly. In this case, in the view of the end customer, because I'm now the end customer of this engineer company that has a washing machine. I have the possibility here to see my equipment. So I can see what kind of equipment do I have, quite a lot. I can search for it. Wait, here, as example, my washing machine. I can see where it's located. And I can, as example, request a service, or not now. We can see all service requests that I ever had. We can take a look into the history of it. When was it done? That's actually, I think, the one we just did exactly. I can take a look again into our service checkout. Let's do this quickly. Aha, it was this. So we can do a lot of things here. And as I mentioned, we can create a new service. Instead of writing an email or whatever, I create it via this portal. And I will go for the washing machine again. This is the address, that's correct. The subject is washing machine is broken again. Description, broken, keep it simple. We could upload the image, but I will skip this. And here, that's the cool thing. I get now time slots when it would match for me. I just realized I didn't configure that I have working time only until 6. That's why it shows me also today's dates for after 6. But let's take it, even though it doesn't make sense in this scenario. But I can choose one of 3 dates when it would be fine for me. And then I can have an overview again. Okay, what did I write? Is everything fine? Yes, yes, yes. I confirm and send. And then I create this service. Thank you. And now you can see, I mentioned already, it doesn't make sense because it's no working time, but it created immediately and planned the service. I know that's of course now not good that it's after 6, but this is not the issue of the software. The issue is in front of the keyboard, and that's me who forget to define this. But actually it should take care of this when configured correctly. So I could really give or outsource this part so that the dispatcher no longer need to do to create service call and plan it because the system is doing it based on several things like what kind of skills does the person have, and so on, who is the nearest, and so on and so on, a lot of things. So that's the view for the customer when he goes this way. But I want also super quick, because time is running, I want to show you something else. I want to log in quickly as administrator, but not, oh yeah, wait 1 second, log in as admin, that would be good. Now it should work. Yes, so this is the admin view. Here you can see already some analytical things, top scanned objects, service call volumes, and so on. I can define here so-called moment sets. And this is then when working with a QR code, because you can give QR codes for each equipment. And if we go to the washing machine, you see it has a paired QR code. And you could stick this QR code on the washing machine, and if the customer has a problem and it doesn't work, nobody knows the hotline of the company in mind. And then you don't know what kind of series do you have there, what kind of washing machine is it. And imagine that you at home, when something is broken, wouldn't have to figure out those things. Other way around, you just scan it. And herefore, I quickly will mirror my iPhone again. Okay, now it's going to be a little bit tricky because you should see both. You see here on the right side the QR code, and I will use my camera as soon as I find it here. And I will scan this one now. And you can see it opens me here a page. Now we can stick to this. And here I am now in the service assistant that gives me the possibility to do some things. And yeah, first thing, safety first, I need to log in, because not everybody should be maybe allowed to create service calls and so on. Kuchan, and now only hopefully without any mistake. And oh, did I save it? Oh, that doesn't look correct. One more time. Let's see. It worked. Great. Oh no, it didn't work, because I think I just realized what was the issue. Oh no. Oh, that's of course great. Why it doesn't work? It should show us now the possibilities to see the web page of the washing machine company. It should show us the hotline. It should show us the history, but don't know what I did that it doesn't want to show us that. But in this case, it is like it is. We have also the possibility to take a look on this maybe another time in another session together, where I can show it in more detail. That was just what I wanted to quickly show as well. So this is about customer self-service. And now the last point that's worth to mention quickly is about field service management at core systems. There are a few things I want to let you know. There will be, from the 1st of July, there will be new additions, because this solution has been in first place developed by Core Systems, has been sold to SAP, as I think most people know, and we had or have actually different versions of the solution. In the future, the 1st of July, there will be 2 editions left. There will be SAP Field Service Management Limited. That will be, let's say, only the mobile app, and there is SAP FSM with all the features. And for those customers who already have field service management, they can stick to their conditions, to their edition that they have. For new customers, there will be those 2 available. And just to let you know, we are, if you don't know yet, master value-added reseller in the area of SAP Business One in regards to SAP Field Service Management. And as I mentioned, we developed it in first place, means we are still having a lot of knowledge about the solution. That's why I'm also doing this webinar today. And we often do webinars for newest releases on our YouTube channel. And there you can find also information. And in general, we offer consulting, support, and sales in this area of field service management. So I'm seeing that I'm already at 50 minutes, and there are only quickly a few links I wanted to show. Website from us, our contact, and the partner dashboard where you find all the information about field service management or other things. Just visit this page once and you will find a lot of information, everything you need in a few clicks. And by this, I can come to the last point, questions. And I see already there is a question. That's good, because that's how we want to continue in the few minutes that are left. So, yeah, in case you have questions, sorry, just to mention it again, because I'm already reading the question, your chance to ask now. I hope I can answer all of them. And we start immediately with the first one. That is, hello, why I always have to sync in FSM application? Can it be triggered automatically when I open it to see my task? Cheerio. Yes, it is possible to do this, and that's something I don't have configured yet. It is correct that you can go with those things that automatically something should be triggered. You can do different things, even that if a technician is moving more than 1 kilometer, or after 5 or 10 minutes, it should synchronize automatically. It depends how you configure it. So yes, in general, it would be possible, but it would be something you have to, let's say, customize via business rule. And then there is the second, so far not question, but I see here, hello, may I give you a question? Yes, you may. That's why we are here, that you can ask questions if you have some. Yeah, so I just wait until it gets here. As for integration, yeah, so that's the all those things. Yes, this is something that we currently do not provide for SAP FSM. We are specialized in the Business One area, but if it is about the bigger solutions like the Sales Cloud or whatever, then it is the best at the moment to contact SAP directly. So, can we make an improvement on user interface? Depends what you mean with user interface. There is the possibility to define the screen configuration. Means if we have the mobile application as example, you can make changes. Instead of talking about it, I quickly show it to you. It is in administration. And now I just need to log in quickly. And then I can show you what I mean instead of talking. This is the administration view, by the way. That's where you also handle your licenses, the permission groups, user groups, and so on. And here I have different companies. And here we have screen configurations. And here you can define screen configurations. And as example, we go to the business partner, and there you could make changes. Yeah, in general, there are possibilities to make changes. Oh, okay, now I need to see that I don't miss something. Let me scroll. There is then a question. One more question. Oh, no, sorry, I'm already skipping someone. There. can we implement field service management with only one tenant? If I don't purchase test, in which way I should follow to clean unnecessary data? Can we implement FSM with only one tenant? Yes, in general, yes. If I don't purchase test tenant, which way should I follow to clean unnecessary data? I'm not sure if I understand correctly. Yes, with only one tenant, for sure possible. I'm thinking about, you would have one tenant, like let's say this one. We have here this is the account, the tenant core sales underscore VM, and I have here different companies. So this company is, as example, mine. I have two colleagues who have also their own companies. Means if they make changes for permission groups or whatever, and testing things or whatever, they can do it in their company, and I don't get any of these changes. I can just do whatever I want in mine, and it doesn't infect what he's doing. So I don't know if this answers your questions, but this would be a way to work. Many customers do it this way, that they have one account and then they have, let's say, SBO underscore productive, SBO underscore test. And then they do the tests in, let's say, the test area. And when everything is fine, they just import the changes into the new one, and then it works. I hope it answers the question a bit. Then there is the next question. One more question. Yeah, does the reporting part using by drag and drop by users, or should we always need IT guy who knows SQL all the time to make reports? Thank you. By the way, it was useful presentation. Thank you already so far. Will you share with us as well after? Will you share with us as well after this I think you mean the presentation. Yes, that's what I can do for sure. I will, or we will upload the video first thing. Yes, and the PowerPoint I can share as well. But this might take until tomorrow until I send it to you. But yes, I promise you, you will get it. And about the reports here, it would be necessary to have someone who is an IT guy. Means drag and drop is not really possible. No, you really need to, let's say, code it and write it. That's why I can't do it by myself, by the way. So that's it. For example, wait, there's only for example, or what does it? Okay, here I might get lost. Next question. Hi, is it possible to change the assignment time or date, for example? Yes, time and date, for example, made in FSM on the service call in Business One. Hi, again, sorry that I need to read it out loud again. Hi, is it possible to change the assignment in FSM on the service call in Business One? Good question though, because honestly, I never did it so far. And my VM has now shut down. I think you can change then only the due date and so far and so on, that this would change, but I don't think it would change also in Business One then or when you make some change in Business One, that it would really change also in the planning bot where the activity is listed, because yes, because you have only an activity in the planning board and the service call is in B1. So I think it would not work to do it this way. And I see now in regards to the question with the second one tenant that there are now additional informations. Can two combo box can fill integrated each other? Can two combo box? I'm sorry that I don't get it. Two companies tested. Yes, about this companies, yes, this is what I mean here. I hope you understand what I mean, because one tenant is the tenant here, the core sales VM. That's my tenant. That's my account. So I have one cloud account, and inside of this cloud account or tenant, I can have as many companies as I want. And in this case, I have 3. Test companies are all those 3 in this scenario. And every one of us can work with it as we want to, and we don't make changes to someone else. Can we connect with Mike? Sorry, as much as I know, it's not possible here in this session. But I would suggest something else. Instead of doing it here and now, maybe it would be fine for you to do it tomorrow. I jump now here, parallel on my last slide with my email address. And if you would send me an email, then we can do a Microsoft Teams meeting and we can take a look on these questions and talk really, let's say, in a discussion way about it. Maybe then I can help a little bit better. And now there's again the question about the companies. Is it possible to transfer company level settings between each other? Yes, you can. Exactly, this is what you can do. You can download, as example, your business rules. That's what you are already asking here. And then maybe, and then you can upload them again. Where was it? Company settings? No. Yeah, exactly. Company settings as example. I can download, upload. And same you can do with business rules. You download them, you choose one, you download, you upload. And you can do this, easily. So that's why many do it with the test company. So it works very easily. Oh, another question. Okay, I see it really is intense here. If the technician is using a Windows PC, how can he handle electronic signature by using Windows PC? Good question, though. I have to admit I don't know how to do in this case. If this would be possible somehow. Sorry. Like category, there when we're mixing up those things, it's not that easy. Wait, what will be the roadmap in this year? I mean, which new functionalities will be released in this year by SAP FSM? That's something that's always good to take a look on the SAP side directly, because they are, of course, the one who develop the product and go on their influence page to see what's there actually going on. If you have some ideas, go on to influence of SAP, make a post and talk to them or write to them about this, make votes if you see something good. What I can say is that it's something that's for sure on their mind is always the AI thing, means of intelligent scheduling and so on, that they are working on this. What's also coming up soon, that's something I have even seen in pictures, more or less live, is that they are gonna show a Teams function, because many people, many companies ask for Teams, means you don't have to schedule 3 service people to one job. No, you can then really define teams, and the team has 3 people, and then you can assign a job to a team and the whole team will be informed. This is something that is coming soon. Otherwise, I have to tell you, it's best to take a look on the SAP roadmap for the Service Cloud. There is the SAP FSM included, and also Influence. Very, very important. Can I start my process directly in Field Service Management, then release to S4 or B1 with no pre-sending? Yes, yes, that's for sure also possible. Good point. I didn't mention it before. If we are in the planning board, I did it just to show the connector, but you can also create a service call here by clicking on the plus, and then I would do it here. Who is my customer? Click, 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 type, 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 and in the end, I can create the service call here. Then I will send you about my questions. I hope you can help me. Yeah, I hope as well. We can do it this way. Thank you. If we need to raise an incident about field service management, will we use SAP Launchpad or Core Systems website? It depends what you use. If you are our partner, then you use, and you are in a partnership with us, then you would create a ticket with us. If you order the licenses because you are maybe in S4 partner or something of SAP and you order licenses directly at SAP, then you create a ticket directly via SAP. But when you are in the doing the partnership with us, then we take care of the tickets. In case of that there are tickets that we cannot solve because maybe it's a development problem, it's such a third level bug or issue, then we would handle everything with SAP. We would stay in contact and inform you as soon as we can give information. If it's a first or second level issue, then usually we take care. And I know statistics show that I think we solve about 80 or 90% of the tickets in regards to FSM directly by ourselves without contacting SAP. Only if it's really, let's say, a super hard one, then we contact SAP, but this would be then something that we do where you don't have to take care about. Hello, nice demo. Thank you. What's the difference between time and FSM? So, if I want to be mean, I say just watch the time demo introduction and the FSM topic have you seen today. Time gives you the possibility. It's exclusively really for B1, and it gives you in 2 sentences the possibility to create a project management in B1, a lean project management. You can use work time management, holiday management. You have the billing wizard I have shown, so invoicing is getting easier. It is also, I have to say, course with time is mandatory for using SAP Field Service Management. Otherwise, it wouldn't work with B1 in regards to the expenses, efforts, and all that has to be filled in B1. And here I can say that if you are ordering a SAP Field Service Management license, not the limited one, the regular one, then you have a time license included. Yes, so I hope there's a little information, but to be honest, it would the best way after you have seen this, that you maybe not now, but tomorrow, when you don't have to listen to my voice too much, that you take a look on the Course with Time video that's on our YouTube channel, Course Systems AG, and it takes, I think, about 30 minutes, and there everything is shown. Is there any work on user experience for FSM application and admin pages? It can be much more better on this part. Is there any work on user experience? Yeah, I cannot answer this right now, to be honest. I'm sorry. I don't know if there is something going on at the moment. Here you would have to check influence and the roadmap. So, now please understand that I need a little bit of water for a second. And I think so far I reached the last question or topic. As I said, I go back especially here for you to my PowerPoint. There's my email. If somebody still wants to talk tomorrow, I'm pretty flexible to have a meeting with whoever wants to do this and to talk a little bit about our solution or the solution. And it's great to see that there were a lot of questions. I hope most of them, at least I was able to answer. And yeah, has been nice that you all have been joining. And so I just want to finish this, in this case, this webinar. I thank you for participating. I wish you all a nice evening or day, depends where you are located. And hear you soon. And very important, stay healthy, stay safe, have a good time. Has been a pleasure. Thank you. Bye-bye.